The stars stretched endlessly across the void, like a blanket of cold diamonds scattered over black velvet. In this forgotten corner of the galaxy, no fleet patrolled, no alien merchant ship dared to venture, and no human had set foot in decades. It was a place where the galaxy seemed to forget itself. Captain Aaron Voss guided his small salvage ship through the debris field of long-lost starships. The hull groaned with every maneuver. But Aaron's hands were steady on the controls. The galaxy had laughed at humanity for centuries, calling humans primitive and weak. But he wasn't here to prove them wrong with diplomacy. He was here to find treasures, forgotten machines, and perhaps secrets that could change everything. "Sensors are picking up something big," said Lyra, his co-pilot and engineer. Her voice calm but tinged with excitement. "It's buried under a cluster of wrecks near the Sargas Belt." Aaron leaned forward, eyes narrowing. The Sargas Belt was notorious. Asteroids the size of small cities drifted without order, and derelict warships from ancient wars floated like ghosts. Many had tried to salvage here, most never returned. "Show me," he said. A flicker on the display revealed it. A massive starship, its hull torn, engines cracked and inactive, and the name barely legible, Eclipse. Aaron's pulse quickened. He had read about the Eclipse in dusty human archives. A ship that had vanished centuries ago during the Great War with the Xylan Dominion. Humanity had lost more ships than anyone wanted to remember, and most humans believed they were gone forever. "This could be it," he whispered. Lyra's fingers danced over the controls. "It's massive, but it's dead. No engines, no weapons, nothing. Just a skeleton drifting in the void." "Dead?" Aaron laughed softly. A sound that felt like hope. "Sometimes, the best things are hidden in the dead. Let's go wake it up." He steered his ship closer, weaving between asteroids. The silence of the Sargas Belt was eerie. Space debris collided softly against larger wrecks, echoing in the vacuum like ghostly whispers. Aaron felt a strange weight in his chest, not fear, but the thrill of discovery. He had spent years chasing legends, and now he had stumbled upon one. "Docking clamps ready," Lyra announced. The salvage ship nudged against the hulking Eclipse, and the docking clamps latched with a resonant click. Aaron stared at the ship through the viewport. It was battered, covered in scars from battles no human alive remembered. Its hull was pockmarked with alien weapon damage. Yet, despite its broken state, it exuded something alive. "Let's board," Aaron said. The airlock hissed as they entered the dark corridors of the Eclipse. Dust floated in the zero gravity, catching the faint light of their flashlights. The walls bore the marks of old fights, and the silence was heavy, like the ship had been holding its breath for centuries. Lyra led the way to the command deck. "If any system is alive, it will be here," she said, her voice a whisper. The bridge was massive, more advanced than any modern human ship, yet outdated in ways they couldn't fully understand. Panels flickered weakly as Aaron's portable scanner swept the room. "Energy core is barely there," Lyra said, frowning. "It looks like someone tried to drain everything, maybe during the war." "And have you too?" Lyra said. "It's SETI-9 FARS. Energy core. Energy core." Aaron's eyes fell on the captain's chair, worn but intact. He ran a hand over the armrest. "Imagine the stories this ship could tell." Suddenly, the lights flickered, and a low hum filled the deck. The ship had sensed them. Aaron felt a thrill of electricity run through him. "Did you do that?" Lyra asked. "No," Aaron said slowly. "I think it did." As if answering him, a display in the center of the bridge came to life. Symbols and codes danced across the screen, most of them unrecognizable. But some, faint and familiar, were human. The ship had memories. It remembered humanity. "This ship, it's ancient, but it's still thinking," Lyra said, awe in her voice. "Aaron, it might be more than just a relic. It might be a weapon." Aaron nodded. "Or a key. Something no one in the galaxy remembers. Something humans lost, and aliens fear." They began exploring the ship systematically. The engines were destroyed, but the hull was reinforced with unknown alloys. The weapon systems were offline, but logs indicated energy sources far beyond anything the current galaxy had. The AI core was corrupted, but fragments of intelligence remained. This ship could change everything. Aaron murmured, his mind racing. Hours passed as they salvaged what they could, setting up temporary life support and stabilizing systems. Outside, shadows moved. Aliens were scavenging too, or worse, pirates hunting forgotten treasures. Aaron knew they wouldn't remain hidden for long. A sudden alert flashed on the scanner. Movement in the asteroid belt. Shadows detached themselves from the rocks and drifted toward the ship. "They've found us," Lyra said. Aaron gritted his teeth. "Then let's see if this old beauty has one more trick left." He activated one of the partially functioning systems. The hum of dormant engines stirred the eclipse. Lights flickered along the hull, panels aligning themselves as if waking from a deep sleep. For the first time in centuries, the ship responded to a human touch. The approaching alien craft hesitated as they detected energy surges. Aaron felt a thrill of hope. The galaxy had forgotten this ship, but it had not forgotten humans. "Prepare for evasive maneuvers," he said. "We're taking her out of here, no matter what." As the alien ships drew closer, the eclipse seemed to pulse with life. Small energy jets fired from the hull, automatically adjusting trajectory. The human crew held on as the ship responded instinctively, dodging asteroids and laser fire with uncanny precision. Lyra laughed, a mixture of fear and excitement. "I can't believe this. It's alive." Aaron's eyes never left the viewport. Each move the ship made was smarter than any AI he had seen. Every alien shot that should have hit them missed. The eclipse was not just surviving, it was fighting back. They slipped through the asteroid field, leaving the pursuing aliens behind. The stars opened up before them, endless possibilities stretching into the void. Aaron looked at Lyra, a grin forming. "This ship, it's not just a relic. It's a beginning. And the galaxy will never see us the same way again." Lyra nodded. "The humans are back." In the distance, beyond the belt and the debris of forgotten wars, the galaxy remained unaware. But a whisper traveled through the void. Carried by sensors, spy drones, and rumors, something human had awoken. Something powerful, something that could change everything. And somewhere deep inside the eclipse, a voice, faint but unmistakable, seemed to murmur, "I remember you, humans, and I will show the universe what you are capable of." For the first time in centuries, the broken starship was alive, and humanity had found a weapon the galaxy had forgotten. But this was only the beginning. The eclipse drifted through the empty expanse of space. A ghost ship reborn. Its engines hummed softly, responding to Aaron's commands. Yet much of the ship remained dark, silent, and waiting. The salvage captain and his co-pilot, Lyra, had survived their first test in the Sargas belt, but both knew this was only the beginning. The galaxy would not remain ignorant of a human starship returning to life. "Captain, we need a safe place to work on her," Lyra said, her fingers tracing the glowing panels of the command deck. "We can't repair her out here. Pirates or worse will find us if we stay in open space." Aaron nodded. "I know a place." He pulled up a star chart, revealing a hidden nebula on the fringe of human-controlled territory. Its clouds of gas masked any ship from sensors. "We'll go there. It's our garage for now, a place to wake the ship fully." The journey was quiet. Outside, the eclipse glided through space with a grace that belied its battered hull. Inside, the atmosphere buzzed with tension and excitement. Humanity had been forgotten by the galaxy, but here, for the first time in centuries, they had something powerful, a starship that could change everything. When they reached the nebula, Aaron brought the ship to a gentle stop. The mist of gases swirled around them, shimmering in green and violet hues. It was the perfect hiding place. Lyra smiled. "Let's get to work. We have a lot to do." Assembling a crew. No ship could awaken on its own. Aaron needed people who could understand machines, think like aliens, and adapt faster than anyone expected. First, he called Rin Vallis, a human engineer renowned for speaking to machines as if they were living beings. Rin had once maintained entire fleets by intuition alone. She stepped aboard, eyes widening as she took in the ship. "This is incredible," Rin whispered. "It's ancient, but it's smarter than most of the new ships we build today." Next was Tara Vale, a former soldier from the alien race known as the Sorin. She had grown disillusioned with her species' endless conquests and secretly admired human resilience. Aaron persuaded her to join, offering her a chance to see humans rise in the galaxy once again. Finally, they recovered an AI core from a nearby wreck. Its programming was fragmentary, corrupted by age. But Rin had a feeling it could work with the Eclipse. They named it Echo, and though it spoke in fragmented sentences at first, the AI began to understand the humans around it. The work begins. For days, the crew worked tirelessly. Every corridor of the Eclipse was inspected, patched, and repaired. The engines needed rewiring. The weapon systems required recalibration. The hull, though strong, was reinforced to withstand attacks even the alien fleets would not anticipate. Aaron watched as Rin adjusted the main reactor. Sparks flew, and energy pulses flowed across the ship's circuits. "She's responding," Rin said, smiling. "It's like the ship remembers humans, like it trusts us." Tara tested the old alien tactical systems, curious how the ship once fought. "These were advanced in their time," she said. "But with humans in control, we can do better," and that was the key. Humans didn't fight like the other species. They were unpredictable, creative, willing to sacrifice, and capable of seeing weaknesses no algorithm could detect. Discovery of hidden power. While exploring the ship's core systems, Rin found something astonishing. Schematics for energy weapons that humans had lost millennia ago. They could manipulate energy in ways the current galaxy had never seen, bending physics itself to create shields, weapons, or propulsion methods beyond any known technology. "This is incredible," Rin breathed. "If we can get this working, we won't just have a ship. We'll have a weapon no one can imagine." Aaron nodded slowly. "Exactly. But first, we need to master what's already here. We need her operational. Then we push her further." Every day, they made progress. The AI, Echo, began to link with the ship's systems, forming a rudimentary but powerful intelligence that could anticipate Aaron's commands. The hull now glowed with latent energy, almost as if the ship itself was alive, awakening after centuries of neglect. The test. It was inevitable. Rumors traveled faster than any human could imagine. Aliens sensed the stirrings of a forgotten human ship. A small band of space pirates, eager for bounty, entered the nebula. They did not know the Eclipse was awake, but they intended to take what they could find. Aaron called the crew to the bridge. "This is our first real test. No mistakes." The pirates' sensors picked up the ship's faint energy signature and moved in confidently. But the Eclipse was no longer a relic. It moved instinctively, using energy pulses and thrusters to dodge incoming fire. The crew had rigged the ship to operate semi-autonomously during battle. Lyra shouted, "Shields holding at 70%. They're trying to flank us." Aaron grinned. "Let's give them a show they'll never forget." With Rin coordinating the energy systems, Echo guided the ship's weapons. The Eclipse fired energy pulses in patterns the pirates could not anticipate. Each attack was precise, hitting critical points without wasting energy. Within minutes, the pirate ship was disabled, drifting helplessly. Tara boarded remotely, sending a warning to the pirates. "Leave this nebula and never return. This is human space now." The pirates fled, terrified and bewildered. The crew stared at the aftermath, realization dawning. The Eclipse was more than a ship. It was alive, intelligent, and human-controlled. Humanity had found a weapon the galaxy had forgotten. Word spreads. Word of the ship's return could not be contained. Alien sensors picked up the energy signatures, Spy drones recorded the impossible maneuvers, and rumors spread across systems that humans had awakened a lost starship. Galactic leaders, who had always considered humans weak, convened in alarm. Reports of a single human ship surviving attacks from multiple pirates and performing impossible maneuvers reached the ears of even the most powerful alien empires. Aaron knew it was only a matter of time before they came, not curious explorers, but fleets determined to destroy humans before they became a threat. "They'll come," he said quietly, "and we'll be ready. But first, we finish waking her." Rin worked on restoring the ship's energy weapons. Using fragments of old schematics and modern improvisations, the ship's hull began to shimmer with new energy fields, creating shields that could bend attacks around them. Lyra modified propulsion systems, giving the Eclipse agility far beyond any other ship its size. Terra studied combat logs from old alien fleets. "They think in patterns," she said. "We don't. That's our advantage. We hit where they don't expect, move where they can't follow, and strike before they even know we exist." The crew experimented with the ship's latent power, testing its abilities in simulations and small skirmishes. The more they pushed, the more the Eclipse seemed to grow, responding like a living entity, learning, adapting, and evolving under human command. The turning point. One night, as the crew rested, Aaron sat in the captain's chair, staring out at the nebula. "Do you realize what we're doing?" he asked Echo, the AI. "This ship, it could change everything. Humanity has been forgotten, underestimated, and soon, the galaxy will regret it." Echo responded in its fragmented voice. "Humans, different. They adapt. They survive. Eclipse will obey humans." Aaron smiled. "Not just obey. She will fight with us. She will win with us. And the galaxy will remember us." As they prepared for the inevitable confrontation, the Eclipse pulsed with energy like a heartbeat. For the first time in centuries, a human ship held the potential to challenge the strongest empires. And for the first time in centuries, humans had a real chance to prove themselves. Far beyond the nebula, alien fleets began to mobilize, drawn by rumors and sensor anomalies. A bounty had been placed on the human crew, and whispers of an impossible ship reached the ears of every power in the galaxy. The time for hiding was over. Humanity would rise, and the Eclipse would lead the way. Aaron stood on the bridge, hands resting on the controls. "Get ready," he said to the crew. "They think we are weak. They think we are forgotten. They are about to find out how wrong they are." The nebula shimmered around them, hiding the ship from prying eyes. But soon, the galaxy would see the Eclipse, and they would understand that humans were no longer to be dismissed. And in the silence of space, the ship seemed to whisper, alive and powerful. "I remember you, humans. Let's show them what we can do together." The galaxy had noticed. Reports of a human starship, thought lost for centuries, spread like fire through the stars. Rumors said it could dodge entire fleets, obliterate pirate armadas, and harness powers no one could understand. Alien empires that had always considered humans weak were now uncertain, fearful, and angry. Captain Aaron Voss stood on the bridge of the Eclipse, his hands resting lightly on the controls. Around him, the crew moved efficiently, Lyra monitoring the energy shields, Rin running final calibrations on the weapons, and Tara reviewing fleet movements through alien data feeds. Echo, the ship's AI, pulsed softly with awareness, anticipating every command. "We have eyes on the enemy," Tara said, pointing to the display. 3 fleets, Xylan, Soren, and the Vorax, all moving toward human space. "They've joined forces. They want to wipe us out before humans become a threat." Aaron's jaw tightened. "They're going to learn the hard way that humans can't be ignored." Preparing for the battle, the Eclipse was no longer a broken relic. Its hull glowed with energy, shields could bend attacks around them, and weapons had been enhanced far beyond their original design. Every crew member had trained relentlessly, combining human creativity with alien tactics. "This is it," Aaron said quietly. "Our first real battle against the galaxy." Lyra smiled. a spark of excitement in her eyes. "I've never been more ready. Let's show them what humans can do." Rin adjusted the energy matrix, rerouting power to the ship's new weapons. "They'll hit us hard," she said, "but they won't expect what we can do. The Eclipse isn't just a ship, it's us, and we think differently." Tara nodded, her alien instincts recognizing the truth in their words. "We are unpredictable. That's our advantage. They will plan for patterns. We don't follow patterns." The first strike. The alien fleets approached in formation, massive warships bristling with weapons, confident in their superiority. They assumed one human ship would be no match for their combined might. Aaron took a deep breath. "Initiate evasive protocols. Full power to shields. Let's wake the Eclipse fully." The ship responded immediately. Energy pulses flared across the hull as Echo took command of defensive systems. Shields shimmered, bending the incoming alien fire harmlessly around the ship. Missiles exploded against invisible barriers, creating dazzling displays of light. "They're hitting us with everything they've got," Tara shouted. "Good," Aaron said, his eyes scanning the enemy. "Let's give them something they won't forget." Nude. With Rin coordinating the energy weapons, the Eclipse struck. Beams of focused energy tore through the alien ship's weakest points. It wasn't sheer power. They used intelligence, anticipation, and misdirection. The Eclipse moved like a predator, attacking from angles the aliens hadn't predicted. In minutes, smaller ships were disabled, larger ships forced into retreat. The alien commanders could not comprehend the tactics they had never faced, an enemy so fast, so clever, so human. Human ingenuity on display. As the battle escalated, the humans began to push the Eclipse's systems beyond limits. They used energy warping to create decoys, mislead sensors, and even temporarily disable alien weaponry. "This ship, it's rewriting the rules of combat," Tara said, awe in her voice. "Nothing they've ever seen works against us," Aaron nodded. "Humans aren't supposed to win these fights. But that's exactly why we will." The alien fleets tried to coordinate attacks, but human unpredictability shattered their strategies. Where aliens relied on formations, humans adapted. Where aliens hesitated, humans struck decisively. Every move the Eclipse made was calculated yet creative. A combination of intuition, human instinct, and centuries-old alien tech. Even Echo, the AI, seemed amazed. Humans, unpredictable. They succeed. Aaron smiled grimly. "We always do." Turning the tide, the battle reached its climax near a dense asteroid field. The alien commanders attempted a trap, hoping to crush the human ship between their forces. Aaron anticipated it. Using the Eclipse's agility, they slipped through the trap, outmaneuvered the enemy, and positioned themselves to strike simultaneously at multiple targets. "Target the command ships," Aaron ordered. One strike, maximum effect. Rin channeled all the energy into a single beam, focusing it on the lead alien ship. The beam tore through shields and armor alike, crippling the vessel in seconds. Echo calculated dozens of secondary strikes, ensuring each enemy ship faced an attack it couldn't anticipate. The alien fleets reeled. They had underestimated humans, believing they were weak, disorganized, and predictable. Now, they were learning the opposite. Humanity had returned, and it was smarter, faster, and more dangerous than they had ever imagined. Tara looked at the bridge screens, astonished. "They're retreating, but they'll regroup. They'll never forget this day," Aaron said. "And next time, we'll be ready." A symbol of power. The Eclipse had survived the first wave of the galaxy's strongest forces, but its true purpose went beyond battle. Humans had proved that ingenuity, courage, and adaptability were more powerful than technology alone. One ship, operated by a human crew, had defeated fleets that spanned multiple empires. Lyra adjusted the shields, smiling at the energy readouts. "They'll have to rethink everything about humans now." Rin nodded. "They thought we were weak. They thought we were predictable. They were wrong on both counts." Even Tara, who had lived under alien domination for most of her life, admitted aloud, Humans are unstoppable when they work together. Aaron stood tall in the captain's chair, looking out into the void. The eclipse pulsed with energy, almost alive, like a heartbeat. This is only the beginning. The galaxy has learned one truth today. Never underestimate humanity. The aftermath. Across the galaxy, news of the eclipse spread faster than fire. Alien empires that had once mocked humans now feared them. Every sensor sweep, every report of energy spikes, every tale of the single human ship defeating entire fleets shook their confidence. Human colonies, long ignored and forgotten, looked up at the stars with new hope. If one ship could do this, what else could humanity achieve? Back on the eclipse, the crew prepared for the next challenges. The galaxy would come at them again, stronger and wiser. But humans had learned a crucial lesson. They did not need to fight like anyone else. They fought like humans with creativity, courage, and unpredictability. Aaron looked at his crew, proud and determined. The galaxy will remember us now. Not as weak, not as forgotten, but as humans. Strong, fearless, and unstoppable. Lyra smiled. And they'll never see us coming. Rin adjusted the weapons, ready for the next battle. Let them try. We have the eclipse, and we have each other. Terra's eyes gleamed. Let them bring everything. Humans will rise, and nothing can stop us. Echo, the AI, pulsed brightly. Humans, greatest threat. Galaxy must learn. A new era begins. The eclipse was no longer a relic. It had become a weapon, yes, but more than that. It was a symbol. Humanity had been underestimated for centuries. Forgotten by the galaxy. Dismissed as weak. Now, they had shown that intelligence, courage, and unity could defy even the most powerful empires. The ship drifted through the stars, alive, responsive, and ready. Its crew, human and alien alike, had become a force that could not be ignored, and the galaxy would soon learn a lesson that no empire could forget. Humans adapt. Humans endure. Humans rise. And when humanity rises, the universe itself must watch. Aaron smiled at the stars. The war was not over, but the galaxy had already changed. The eclipse would lead humanity into the future, not as a forgotten species, but as a force the universe would never underestimate again. For centuries, humans had been overlooked. Now, they were the galaxy's greatest weapon, and the eclipse, once broken and forgotten, would guide them to the stars and beyond.